geht, es geht weiter. Mal schauen, was wir heute so anstellen. Die letzten paar Tage war es ein bisschen, ja, mal keine Lust, mal ein bisschen stressig. Und dann hat man irgendwie gar nicht mehr so groß dran gedacht, danach noch zu streamen, nach getanem Werk. Deswegen geht's heute erst weiter. So. Genau, wir sind hier unten in der Kanalisation, wo wir aufgehört haben. Schauen wir mal. Okay. So, die Tür ist natürlich...
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
I do it another way. Sind hier unten sehr verdächtige Geräusche. Okay, das ist nicht frisch. Das ist aber frisch. And I don't want to die. Okay.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Ja, ja, was du alles möchtest. So, jetzt sind wir die Runde gegangen. Machen wir das mal auf. Ist hier sonst noch was? Okay. Wir haben hier also die niedere Form. Ich versuche es erstmal mit dem Level 8er. Oh. Ey. Gut, den haben wir. Was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Das sieht doch schon mal interessanter aus. Oh ja. Hier unten ist der Heinz noch. Überraschung. Ah, da ist noch einer. Du, gib mir Blut. Danke. So, hier scheint noch noch was zu sein? Ja, wir wissen's. I don't wanna die. Knete? Er wurde da durchgezogen. Okay, und da liegen die Reste. Ist jetzt nicht so, dass ich mich da unglaublich drauf freue, dahin zu müssen. Ja. Moment. Mhm. Ja. Guck. Das nennt man dann wohl eine kurze Runde. Askalon Club. Hä? Ups. Sorry, Radi. Ich wollte eigentlich die Kiste öffnen. Na gut. Wird stattdessen eine Ratte gesaugt. Kann man ihm noch was... Ach komm her.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Gott, gibt Schlimmeres. So, es gibt also mehrere Sachen hier unten zu tun. Mir schwant schon wieder Übles. Das ist doch wieder prädestiniert für einen Boss. Ja. Hi!
What sort of creature is this?
Es ist eigentlich egal, was für eine Kreatur es ist. Die macht dich fertig. Ja. Alles klar. Alter Schwede. Bestie ist also ein Werwolf. Au! Au! Alter. Wahnsinn.
Here's what's left of him.
Nett. Sind sie krank, mittellos, wer sie auch sein und wo sie auch herkommen mögen, suchen sie Dorothea auf, um Hilfe zu bekommen. Keine Tricks, keine Kosten, keine Fragen. Suchen Sie einfach Darius Petreskes Haus auf und zeigen Sie diesen Gutschein vor. Ja gut, und das, was da steht, ist wahrscheinlich rumänisch.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Weiter. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Ich glaube, wir gehen jetzt erstmal auf die Suche nach dem Kerl, der da immer um Hilfe ruft. Ich höre was, aber ich sehe es nicht. Ach, da unten. Das sind 2 Stück. Ach komm. Du musst doch nicht sterben. Ah! Ist das ein Dreck mit der Ausdauer? Es lässt sich arrangieren, dass du wieder in die frische Luft kommst. Nicht wahr?
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Adieu. So, jetzt gucken wir mal, was da in der Kiste ist, wenn er... Okay. Yep. Und raus aus der Kanalisation. Hinaus in die Welt. Hm. Na, jetzt bin ich gespannt. Okay, es gibt hier 2 Zugänge. Hier bitte. Sie wünschen. Junge! Jetzt bist du tot. Mhm. Wenn ich jetzt gar nicht unbedingt da nach Whitechapel will. Ist auch egal, ich muss trotzdem. Jetzt geht's ja nicht weiter. Hm. Moment. Moment. Guten Morgen. Schon mal im Voraus. Uno momento, per favor. Guten Morgen, Nova. So, jetzt weiß ich auch, wer dran ist. Hihihi. So. Ja, ich vergesse immer nebenher den Stream zu öffnen. Bin irgendwie ein bisschen verpeilt. So. Die wollen, dass ich darüber gehe, aber ich hasse Whitechapel. Weil ich weiß, dass da schon wieder so komische Viecher sind, beziehungsweise da gammeln irgendwelche Typen rum, die vom Level her weit über mir sind. Und die sind irgendwie ein bisschen kacke. Ja, genau die Ecke ist das. Ich wusste es. Nee, die Demo habe ich noch nicht gespielt. Und das werde ich wahrscheinlich auch gar nicht erst machen, weil wenn, dann möchte ich dann lieber direkt das komplette Spiel. Ja, genau. Deine Mutter? Ja, ja, mhm. Genau, und hier war das, wo diese Typen so 5, 6, 7, 8 Leuten sind. Und sobald man irgendwie eine Gegnergruppe pullt, kommt gleich die nächste mit. Oh. Ich streame direkt von der PlayStation. Ich habe keine Capture Card. Ich habe sowas nicht. Ja, da hinten ist so ein Dicker, genau. Das war das Problem. Der versucht da hinten in das Haus zu kommen. Und da oben steht auch einer. Der hat auch schon sein Gewehr in der Pfote. Man kann hier leider nicht drüber springen. Das finde ich irgendwie ein bisschen doof. Ach. Dann warten wir uns direkt an den Fetti. Natürlich auch nicht. Der Fette muss weg. Au. Huch. Genau in die Richtung. Hau! So. Geh weg. So, jetzt haben wir den auch. Also strategisch konnte man das jetzt nicht nennen. Es war einfach nur Glück. Ah, es gibt eine App dafür. Ah, gut. Ich bin jetzt halt nicht so der professionelle Streamer. Das war aber schon immer so. Ich bin dann doch eher der Einfache, der das nebenher einfach mal so macht. So, der große Profi soll es jetzt nicht werden, weil demnächst habe ich eh weniger Zeit dafür. Was haben wir hier? Nein, ich möchte nicht mehr wissen. Das kannten wir schon. Ihr wisst schon, dass eigentlich die Feuerstelle nach innen gehört. Ich traue dem Scheiß hier nicht. Ich glaube, da werde ich definitiv nicht hingehen.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the gods recruit more and more every year.
Ah, okay. Ja, bei mir, ich muss Donnerstag geht's los. Da ist erstmal Probetag und dann kriege ich meinen Vertrag.
This is no place for a gentleman.
11.
Are you deaf?
Nein, bin ich nicht. Ich bin einfach nur...
Kill it!
Kill it! Ah, okay. Wir sind dann doch wieder bei noch mehr. Au. Ich weiß, was du vorhast. Vergiss es. Au. Ja. Alter. Jetzt wollte ich den Kleinen ja noch gar nicht töten. Geh tot. Jetzt. Ihr seid anstrengend. Nice. Ist also irgendwo noch einer unterwegs. Ist ja scharf. Weil hier unten waren doch auch noch jede Menge. von den Typen. Gut, dass wir da nicht hin müssen. Geschweige denn wollen. So. Mhm.
It's locked, all right.
Ja, wahrscheinlich von der anderen Seite.
It's locked.
Ja, und wie komme ich jetzt darüber? Oh nein. Nein, 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 nein. Ah, okay. Oh, ich habe schon Angst gehabt, ich müsste jetzt da unten an den ganzen Typen vorbei. Das fehlt noch.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Viel Krempel. Es ist verdächtig ruhig hier. Okay, wenn ich jetzt rechts rumgehe und dann nochmal rechts, komme ich zu einem Unterschlupf. Oh. Irgendwer ist tot. Fürchte ich. Danke für die Zigaretten. So. Hier drinnen muss irgendwo der Unterschlupf sein. Yay. Uff. Man sollte meinen, man könnte als Vampir ein bisschen mehr aushalten. Unser Dr. Reed aber scheinbar nicht. Da müssen wir noch mal ran. Noch ein paar Punkte verteilen. Sonst wird das nix. Ist auch schon wieder so viel Zeug. Okay. Hübsch. Da liegt eine drauf. Ich denke jetzt so, hä? Eine alte Decke, ein alter Mantel. Meine Güte. Also an Gegenständen kann ich mich jetzt wahrscheinlich totwerfen. Was ja gar nicht mal so übel ist. Na gut, Munition brauche ich jetzt nicht. Habe ich überhaupt nicht benutzt. Weiß nicht, so Schusswaffen oder so brauche ich gar nicht. Da geht's wieder raus. Mal gucken, was wir hier basteln können. Mal vorsichtshalber für alles was herstellen. Weil es kann ja sein. Man weiß es ja nicht. Nicht doch mal irgendeiner hier. Hm. Ich glaube, Schaden ist besser. Tadam. Hier wird alles recycelt. Ach, guck an. Nur das kriegen wir nicht hin. Kodein haben wir keins mehr. Machen jetzt einfach noch mal eins hierfür. Das scheint irgendwie häufiger hier vorzukommen, dass die Leute unter Erschöpfung leiden. So. Kann ich die jetzt ausrüsten? Irgendwo kann man das doch bestimmt... Ach nee, das ist schon... Ach cool. So. Lass mal den jungen Mann doch mal eine Runde schlafen. Mal ein bisschen die Erfahrungspunkte verteilen. So. Wichtig. Ausdauer. Ausdauer, Ausdauer, Ausdauer. Na gut, das geht erst ab Stufe 8. Mal gucken. Und ein bisschen mehr Leben wäre auch nicht schlecht. So. Dann können wir nämlich gleich wieder ein bisschen was in die Ausdauer stecken. Mehr Heilung ist immer gut. Ne, wir werden da den unteren Weg gehen, nicht den oberen. So. Wissenschaft, okay. So viele Sera will ich jetzt gar nicht. Ah, okay. Das ist das, was mich unsichtbar machen kann. Das wäre aber vielleicht gar nicht mal so verkehrt. So ein bisschen unsichtbar zu sein. Das sinkt die Kosten und die Abklingzeit. Schön. Nein, ich will das nicht verwerfen. Ich will es bestätigen. So. Das habe ich ja nicht vor. Das ist nicht mein Plan, dass das im Chaos versinkt. Im Gegenteil. So, wir gehen aber da wieder raus, wo wir reingegangen sind. Wenn wir denn die Tür finden, das ist sie nicht. Weil der Punkt, wo wir hin müssen, ist ja direkt hier um die Ecke. Wenn ich auf der anderen Seite rausgegangen wäre, wäre ich wahrscheinlich wieder in einem anderen Stadtteil. Weil es hier ja 2 Zugänge gibt. Ja, so spart man natürlich dann auch die Unterschlupfdinger. Aber wie schön sie das oben links immer wieder erwähnt, dass man ja Leute aussaugen könnte, um sich schneller hochzuleveln, aber da falle ich nicht drauf rein. Nachher ist das irgendeine wichtige Person, die ich später noch brauche oder so. Besser nicht. So, genau. Aber hier in der Ecke liegt noch jemand. Tut mir natürlich leid für ihn. So, hier und dann rechts. Wenn ich mich recht entsinne. Wer bist du denn? Hallo?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Die ist komisch. Moment, gucken wir mal. Ah gut, die ist gesund.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Super. Nett.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Ja, zeig mal her. Codein. Wer weiß, was das ist. Nehmen wir einfach mal von allem noch ein bisschen was mit. So. War hier nicht gerade eben noch ein Mann? Hallo? Junge Mann. Ach so, das kennen wir auch schon. Schöne unheimliche Ecken hier. Vor allem dunkel.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Der junge Mann hat Bronchitis. Da habe ich ein Mittel gegen. Rein zufällig. Gerade eben erst hergestellt. Vielleicht weiß die was.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Sag mal. Nee, der weiß
Goodbye,
nix.
Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Da ist er. Da ist ein Mann. Hallo, Mann.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of a street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Der hat Migräne.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just faked me last nerve.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Sonst gab's nichts Neues hier.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Da scheint irgendeine Tür zu sein. Hallo? Lass mich doch noch mal rein.
I will return later.
Ich weiß, was dein Problem ist und ich habe eine Medizin dagegen. Hallo.
It's locked, all right.
Was? Was? Wo denn? Ach so. Gut, da war zu. Ich höre doch Wolfsheulen. Dich kennen wir schon. So ist das gemeint.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Das heißt also, da ist wahrscheinlich wieder Nest.
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Ja. Aber ich habe doch gerade Hinweise
How
über
is
ihn
business
gekriegt.
around here?
Business?
I see.
It's not...
Gesund. Gut.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I
Eine
offered to sell
Frechheit.
it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Der hat die Griffe. Wer bist du?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Kolossus? Du bist ziemlich klein.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Großklappe.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Aber sonst gibt's hier nichts, obwohl ich Infos freigeschaltet habe. Alles klar.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Aber dann habe ich vielleicht bei ihm wieder irgendwas freigeschaltet.
Something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
So.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son.
Um Gottes Willen.
He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
What do you mean when you...
Also,
quite a job.
So, das hatten wir ja.
I am. But...
Okay.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Den Spinner müssen wir uns nicht wirklich geben. Wer bist du?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Wie schön, er kennt mich.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth?
I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Brav.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Hinter der Kirche. Okay.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Was?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor.
Klischee.
Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Sau.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, Miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Das ist bestimmt die, die nicht spricht.
I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Ah, ich habe gar nicht geguckt, ob die gesund ist. Gut, die ist gesund. Alles klar.
Goodbye then.
Ach, guck an. Die arbeitet wahrscheinlich mit der Krankenschwester zusammen. Kann ich die jetzt anquatschen? Gibt's jetzt Informationen? Los.
Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
Irgendwo hier muss ein Briefkasten sein. Was ist das denn? Mülleimer hab ich gefunden. Zählt das als Briefkasten? Nee, da wollen wir nicht hin. Okay, er hat also doch Kinder. sogar Enkel.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. It's locked.
Wie komme ich denn da rein? Andere Seite. Okay. Riecht hier nix. Nee, du brauchst nicht nasty sein.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Unable to see the true horror around you.
Ich fürchte, das kriegst du nicht hin. Das ist eher... Oh, shit. Ah, super. Halt die Klappe. Alles klar. Ja. Hatte ich mich nicht gerade geheilt? Wie die hier mal liegen. Mhm. So ist das hier also gelaufen. Ich weiß, wo Richard ist. Da hinten. Ich traue dem Mist hier nicht. Das ist ein Friedhof.
Morbidity can breathe its own.
Hallo?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Richard. Oh.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Das ist ein Spinner.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now.
It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Hier noch was? Nö. Vielleicht kann ich sie jetzt mit ihm konfrontieren. Das ist so ein bisschen...
Tell me about Richard Nethercott.
Chugga Chugga ist.
I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Ja, sie hat echt viel zu erzählen, ne? Muss man mal so sagen. Nein, 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 nein. Wir werden die jetzt nicht aussaugen, die arme Frau. Obwohl die Versuchung für 5000 DP echt groß ist. Nein, 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 nein. Nein, nein, nein. Ach, halt die Bubble.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Take a look. No, I don't. I don't want to. Lass mich rein.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please. You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Geht doch. Was ist denn das für eine Bude hier? Der hat doch bestimmt noch ein bisschen mehr zu erzählen. Huch.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Ich beklaue dich, Junge.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Warte mal, ich hab doch da...
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't need you, Doctor.
Doch,
well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor? It must be my lucky day.
Ist es vielleicht auch.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Was denn ich sagst?
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the after.
Das hatten wir schon. Okay, es gibt also nichts Neues.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
So, damit wir hier schnelleren Zugang erhalten, müssen wir hier mal durch das Haus von dem Alten. Und, oh, oh, oh. Ich fürchte, ich weiß, was sein Problem ist. Ich fürchte, ich weiß, was sein Problem ist. Okay, die Schwester ist wieder zurück nach Rumänien. Ja, ich fürchte, ich weiß, was sein Problem ist.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Uh-oh.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound.
The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Hoffentlich bringt das was. Nee. Scheiße.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Richtig.
It's locked.
Do I owe this courtesy? I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Was? Oh scheiße, das wird leiden. Ah, ich hätte das linke nehmen sollen. Shit. Verdammt.
It's locked, all right.
Verflucht. So hatte ich das eigentlich nicht. Oh Mann. Das ist... Was?
Oh, this one stinks already.
It's one of them! See them This one's a top! Eat this! Christ, he's dead!
Das war köstlich. Irgendwo war hier doch noch der andere. Hä? Karl-Heinz? Hey, der ist weg. Oh. Okay, das heißt, die lauern jetzt da draußen auf mich.
It ain't human! Kill it! What's up there?
Natürlich. Schuss. Oh, Entschuldigung. Eieiei. Ich hätte vielleicht abgeschlossen lassen sollen. Weil durch mich sind die jetzt hier reingekommen. Verdammt. So war das alles nicht geplant. Mist, verdammter. Die hätte eigentlich ihre Arbeit weitermachen können.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! There's one of them.
Was?
Crush the leech, boys!
Alter Schwede.
Let's see how it likes a bit of fire.
Toby Schien ist weg. Wie gut, dass aber in dem Moment, wo ich sauge, bin ich anscheinend unverwundbar. Los, Jungs. Keine große Klappe mehr. Das war's wohl. Ist das ein Unterschlupf? Nee. So. Weg sind sie, ne? Weg sind sie. Ja gut, hier oben ist noch der Level 18er. Ja, komm. Die Waffe gefällt mir. Die sind aber schön betäubt. C. Ja gut, das ist das. Ach ja, er hat ja noch was. Okay, hier sind schon wieder Blutspuren. Scheiße. Vier sind das. Ja, welche liegt was? Ja. Mhm. Irgendwie habe ich keine Angst mehr vor euch. Das ist schlecht für euch. Oh ja, das war sehr schlecht für euch. Mhm. Ja, nee. Ist das ein Unterschlupf? Cool. Weil da gibt es auch wieder jede Menge Krempel. Und ich kann wieder Sachen herstellen. Medizin und sowas. Das wäre jetzt gar nicht mal so blöde. Voran, voran. Es geht voran. Das ist gut. Oh, das ist diese Anlage. Ah.
It's locked.
It's locked. As usual.
Get away from me!
Was hat er denn? Hast du etwa Angst? Ich könnte eine titschen. Hier. Bangs. Friss. Friss Stock. Okay, die fallen hier über alles und jeden her. Ein Petitionsbrief. Knete. Jetzt gedacht, hier wäre irgendwas. Lecker.
Get away from me! You're disgusting it!
Einen Moment noch, ich bin sofort bei Ihnen. Ja. Der Onkel Doktor ist gleich da. Hier ist der Onkel Doktor. Und er hat einen Stock für dich. Ach, heul doch nicht. Keine Angst. Ich glaube, ich habe alle erwischt. Ist das das, wo man aufschließen kann? Ja. Gut. Ach, oh, oh.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Ich bin einfach zu nett. Aber andererseits, dann vergisst sie ja das Zeug über die Alte. Aber sie kann ja ihre Arbeit fortführen. Warum steht da, dass die darunter leiden werden? Oder steht das einfach immer im Allgemeinen so? Bims, ein Unsichtbarer. Okay, wir haben einen neuen Stadtteil betreten wieder. Sie tut doch das. Alles
I would
klar.
ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me, then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed. and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Und das nicht zu knapp.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Interessant. So. Ja. Das war nicht meins. Hier ist wieder jede Menge Krempel. Das ist gut. Huch. Ausdauerserum, okay. Was? Ach, das ist schon Stufe 2. Okay. Okay, 3 blaue Griffe fehlen. Ich mag die Waffe, die ist cool.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Ha. Warum ist denn die Tür hier offen? Nee, wir gehen jetzt erstmal runter und gucken mal, was mit dem jungen Mann ist, der von seiner Mutti hierher gebracht wurde. Aber irgendwas stimmt hier nämlich nicht. Das wollte ich nicht. Ich wollte die...
Good evening.
Ich wollte die Kiste... Ist das doch. So. Genau, da ist nämlich irgendwas. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich da rankommen soll.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long is it going to take to fix?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Was zur... Aber guck an, er ist gesund. Ich habe ihn also geheilt. Aber was ist da los mit den Zweien? Die sind komisch. Vielleicht ist das gar nicht der Sohn.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you, then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
My sweet girl. Never gonna keep anything from her.
So, jetzt kümmern wir uns Herrn Dr. Swansea. Hallo, Doktor.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Tja. Wir waren der Grund, warum. Weshalb? Wieso?
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Wie viele? 2? 3. Okay, da ist noch einer. Huch, ich wollte dich eigentlich aussaugen, aber so geht's natürlich auch. Was bist du für einer?
It's onto us!
Oh, okay.
Oh, Christ!
Daneben.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Das klingt schon nicht sehr gut. Bin unterwegs.
What do you want? Somebody What do you want?
Hey.
What do you want?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun.
Okay.
Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Adieu.
It's locked, all right. Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Ja, irgendwas war hier ja auf dem Friedhof.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Boah, viel zu viel. Komm her, du Ratte.
This is despicable.
Ups. Das ist so. Okay. Das ist alles. Was bist du für einer? Das haben wir dann also komplett. Hä? Wieso Witwe in Nöten? Da liegt Geld.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh Gottchen.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery. I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Genau, was hast du getan?
If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Irgendwie habe ich das Gefühl, die weiß genau, wer mich zum Vampir gemacht hat.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
I'm not a religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Irgendwas stimmt hier nicht. Dieses Witwe in Nöten, das ist immer noch aktiv. Warum? Oh!
This is no place for you, sir.
Ja, ich weiß. So, Moment. Hier ist kein Unterschlupf. Dreck. Dreck. Aber Jungs. Au! Das tat weh. Das war echt ungezogen. verlassen?
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Geh weg.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Was bist du für einer?
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Ach, da unten. Mhm. Baseballschläger. Oh. Er redet von Granaten. Ich von Stöcken. Moment, wo war denn? Okay, der Unterschlupf ist auch eine Ecke weit weg. Ich gehe lieber zuerst in den Unterschlupf. Weil eigentlich wollte ich schon längst den Stream beenden, weil, falsch. So, Moment, wo war das? So, vorne links rum. So lange wollte ich nämlich eigentlich gar nicht streamen. Sackgasse hier oben.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
So, hier rum. Da oben.
I cannot enter.
Wollt ihr mich jetzt verkackeiern? Ich hatte das Ding doch aufgemacht. Dann noch ein paar Pünktchen verteilen, dass wir ein Level oder 2 aufsteigen und dann ist erstmal Schluss für heute. Ich glaube, die Stunden Stream habe ich jetzt wieder aufgeholt. Was ich die letzten Tage nicht gestreamt habe. Warum ist das immer abgeschlossen? Das war doch... I see. Das war's. Alles klar. Ach, das ist nur ein weiterer... Das ist ein noch weiterer Zutritt. Da war ich noch gar nicht bis in die Ecke gegangen. Ja, ist es denn? So geht das hier nicht. Ah, die Ladezeiten sind so übel. So, jetzt bin ich wieder draußen. Und eigentlich... Hä? Das ist ja schon wieder ein anderer Eingang. Hä? Was zur Hölle geht hier vor? Wie viele Eingänge hat das Ding? So. Nein, wir gehen jetzt nicht wieder raus. Das ist zu. Das ist zu. Moment. So. Das ist ja das größte Thema bei uns. Ausdauer, Ausdauer, Ausdauer. Das klingt lecker. Speicherkapazität ist immer gut. Da sind wir dann doch schon wieder. So. Oh Mann, das war nicht meine Absicht. Okay, sie wird vermisst. Oh. Die haben alle Erkältung. Okay. Der weiß es nicht. Der hat Migräne. Erschöpfung. Die sinken schon in den kritischen Bereich. Verdammt. Das wollte ich doch so gar nicht. So, wir haben doch hier bestimmt... Genau. Erschöpfung, Blutarmut, Blutvergiftung. Doof. So. Das wär's dann aber für heute. Genug Blut gesaugt. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Dienstag. Und ich hoffe, ihr guckt beim nächsten Mal wieder zu. Und wenn es euch gefallen hat, drückt ihr aufs Knöpfchen mit dem Daumen hoch. Darüber würde ich mich wahnsinnig freuen. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag. Ciao, ciao.